Hey, this is Owen Priest for Science and Society. So a while back, I recorded a video blog entry where I told you about the naming of element number 112. I told you that the proposed name for element number 112 was Coperniceum, but I also told you that we're going to have to wait because the International Union of Pure and Applied Chemists, IUPAC, we're going to have to get together and vote and approve that name. Well, in the interim, they've gotten together, they voted, and now it's official. The name for element number 112 is Coperniceum. Now, in that blog entry, I showed you a copy of the periodic table that my high school chemistry teacher gave me back in 1982. And that periodic table still hangs on the wall in my office. Now, if you look at it, you'll see that the heaviest element on it is number 103. Well, since then, heavier and heavier and heavier elements have been created and added to the table. A more recent periodic table looks like this. As you can see from this one, which is from September of 2003, elements 113, 115, 117, and 118 are missing. Well, until about a month ago, the most up-to-date periodic table would have shown that all of the elements on the table had been created except for number 117. This, however, is no longer the case. Last month, researchers published an article wherein they told the tale of how they created element number 117. These researchers are from Dubna, Russia, and over the years they have collaborated with scientists at Oak Ridge National Laboratory in Tennessee. And the collaboration has proved to be very, very successful because over the years they have created element numbers 113, 114, 15, 16, and 18, but not 117. That is, until now. The last undiscovered element on the periodic table, number 117, is in the bottom right-hand side in what we call the P block of the periodic table. And that element remained undiscovered until these same researchers performed an experiment, which they actually did on July 27th of 2009. And in that experiment, they created 6 atoms of element number 117. Now, 6 atoms. Is that a lot? No. And of course, the experiment is going to have to be reproduced by other researchers to confirm their work. But when others have confirmed the work that these researchers have done, then these researchers are going to have the honor of being able to name element number 117. And they'll be able to say that they're the ones that filled in that last box on the periodic table. So does this mean that we will never again discover a new element or a heavier element? No, not at all. But what it does mean is when we discover the next element, we're going to have to create a whole new row on the periodic table. So these next elements, what might they look like and how might they behave? Who knows? Maybe they'll have strange, unusual properties that we'll be able to use to create new materials with uses that right now we couldn't even imagine what they might be. We'll just have to wait and see. But for now, we can be excited by the fact that the last unfilled box on the periodic table has now been filled in, element number 117. And I, for one, think that's kind of cool.